Hello and welcome to today's discussion. I'm Claire, and joining me is Alan. We'll be covering several significant news stories unfolding around the world.
Hi, Claire. Hi, everyone. I'm Alan. Let's dive into the first story.
The Philippine Senate has begun the impeachment trial of Vice President Sara Duterte, a move that's creating quite a stir given the political tensions involved. Thousands of police officers were deployed to secure the Senate during this event.
That's quite a significant security presence. What are the main allegations against Vice President Duterte that led to this impeachment trial?
The specific charges haven't been detailed in the reporting we've seen, but it's clear that the trial is happening against the backdrop of her bitter feud with President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. The political volatility is high.
So the impeachment trial is not just about the charges, but also about the political dynamics between Duterte and Marcos. How might this trial affect their relationship and the broader political landscape in the Philippines?
The reporting suggests that the trial will be closely watched, given the already strained relations between the vice president and the president. It could potentially escalate tensions further.
That's a very interesting development. Let's switch gears to another story. President Donald Trump recently posted a falsified image of former President Barack Obama and his wife Michelle boarding Air Force One with graffiti on it.
Yes, and this isn't the first time Trump has shared controversial images. The reporting mentions that it came months after another post that showed the Obamas as primates, which was widely criticized.
The use of doctored images, especially those with potentially racist undertones, is quite concerning. Has Trump faced any significant backlash for this particular post?
The articles indicate that there was criticism, though the extent of the backlash isn't clear from the reporting. It's worth noting that Trump's social media posts often generate significant reactions. Let's move on to another story. The National Investigation Agency in India has filed a supplementary charge sheet in the Pahalgam terror attack case, naming Lashkar-e-Taiba chief Hafiz Saeed as an accused.
Hafiz Saeed is a well-known figure associated with terrorist activities. What role does the NIA allege he played in the Pahalgam attack?
According to the reporting, the NIA alleges that Saeed was involved in planning and conspiracy through Pakistan-based terror networks. The attack resulted in the deaths of 25 tourists and a local.
The investigation is ongoing, and it's being probed as a cross-border terror incident under the Unlawful Activities Act. How does this development fit into the broader context of India-Pakistan relations and counterterrorism efforts?
The charge sheet filing is part of India's ongoing efforts to hold those responsible for cross-border terrorism accountable. It adds to the existing tensions between India and Pakistan.
Shifting to another significant story, French President Emmanuel Macron has arrived in Syria, becoming the first major Western leader to visit since the ouster of Bashar al-Assad.
Yes, Macron's visit is seen as a significant diplomatic move. It comes after Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky visited in April, but Macron is the first leader from Western Europe or North America to do so.
The visit underscores Syria's geopolitical transformation under the new leadership of President Ahmed al-Shara, a former al-Qaeda commander. What are the potential implications of Macron's visit for Syria and the region?
The reporting suggests that Macron's visit could signal a shift in Western engagement with Syria under its new leadership. It may also reflect a period of relative calm in the Middle East following recent conflicts. As we near the end of our discussion, let's touch on another story. President Donald Trump is set to meet with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and Syrian President Ahmad al-Shara during the NATO summit in Turkey.
These meetings are particularly noteworthy given the current geopolitical tensions. What are the expected key discussion points for these meetings, according to the White House?
The reporting indicates that Kyiv is trying to refocus Trump's attention on the conflict with Moscow, and Trump has publicly mused about Syria's role in the Middle East. These discussions are likely to cover those topics.
It's clear that these meetings will be closely watched for any signs of shifting alliances or strategies in the region.
As we wrap up today's discussion, it's evident that these stories highlight the complex and often volatile nature of global politics.
Indeed, and we'll continue to follow these developments closely. Thank you for joining us today.
Goodbye and see you later.